Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here, back with some Bears franchise. We're going to start off today with a trade, pretty much dumping the contract of Nick Foles. We're going to get back Denzel Mims from the Jets. And you might ask why Mims was available. I'll show you why. This, something I did not expect, but Jamison Crowder, Zach Pascal they got, and they drafted Deshaun Stringer, who was just an absolute stud last year, which buried Mims on the depth chart down here at 4th. They also wanted a backup quarterback after drafting Dixon, and Dixon did not do the greatest in backing up. Couple passes he did throw. They needed a backup there. We technically need a backup, which I'm fine with, but we are going to go and grab I believe it's Nick Mullins. I think is the best one here, or is it Kyle Allen? We're going to take Kyle Allen here. He is going to be the one that ends up backing us up. We got $3 million in cap room. We can get a couple extra guys. At halfback, I don't want to go with the guys that are high, but I do have Naheem Hines. In case we get an injury to any of our other backs, he is pretty good. We also got Ito Smith here. Well, but ultimately, I think we're going to end up going a year younger with Naheem Hines. We have any injuries to Montgomery or the like that we have a backup. Remember, we're set at receiver at this point. I believe we're set at tight end. One of the guys that were out that escaped free agency, they were all signed. Out on the defense, we got Josh Sweat. I believe he is a former, not mistaken, no, look at his. That's weird. I can't look. I should be able to look at his stats. Let's look at it this way. Can I look at it like this? Not gonna come up this way. Okay. Will it come up on here? He's a left end. I can't really. That's weird. I guess we'll sign him and kind of see what it is, because at the end of the day, we'll be able to look at his. I can't like. Oh, I got to clear space. But we do have this offer. Tranquil. A 5th and a 7th. There's a 3rd and a 7th, 3rd and a 6th. 4, 5, 7. You give me Moreau. Moreau and a 4th. See what Fabian Moreau looks like. I think that is Fabian Moreau. Fabian Moreau, 28. Play. Looks decent, but it's already starting to hit regression. And honestly, I think that's another cap dump for them. Titans want that 3rd. 3rd and a 6th. 4, 5, 6. That's 4th next year. Steelers want a 3rd next year, a 6th. No, a 3rd this year, 6th next year. Packers are willing to give up a 2nd round pick for the Colts. We're not going to trade within division. Although it's better. Ooh. You know what? I'm going to take the rare time that we do an inter-division trade. Our rivals. I know it doesn't happen a whole lot, but hey. It's a good deal. Got some increases here. Darnell Mooney. Seeing a lot of him. Catching awareness. Okay. Antoine Brooks. Run support. Be a 70 overall now. Good one for him. Travis Kowalski. Alabama. If he does come in, it'll be in a slot. Jaylon Johnson. Wow. Okay. Got an acceleration bump too. Nice. Good upgrades there. So with Sweat, can we actually pick him up now? Oh, we still have to clear some space. Okay, looking through. Stephen Sullivan. $25. I'm actually going to release Sullivan. His block setting is terrible. Let's for shares. Okay, halfbacks were good. I think we're good there. We got an extra tight end, which is good. One of the rookies gonna be playing extra. That's good. We have the depth there. We have the depth there. We have the depth all around there. Okay. Now can we pick up Sweat? Sevens, 70. Oops. What? This is gonna be funny. We're not gonna go with Kyle Allen. Added some players, I think. Which is fine. It happens. Now can we get Sweat? Former Eagle, I think. Okay, let's take a look at him. It's weird that I have to sign him just to take a look at him. And if that is in fact who I think it is, it is. Cut from the Eagles. Roquan on that side? No. So here's how we're gonna see. We're gonna see a camp battle between Quinn and Sweat. See how that battles out. We see some battles here between Iggy and Terrell Edmonds. I think Edmonds will win that. Goodson and Vildor and Tolliver. Wilder and Brooks will be fighting for who ends up being that reserve safety. Lau's going to be the backup quarterback. Pretty much between Hines. Hines is going to be the reserve for the top two backs. I do like Hines. These two are kind of fighting to be on the roster. For receiver, we're going to see a fight between these three up here. Mims, Mooney, Doss, Reynolds. I think it's going to be Mims and Mooney. And then we'll see what Doss and Reynolds and Kowalski and these guys in the bottom can do. Starting fight right here. Horsted and Pierce are going to be fighting to see who takes that fullback. Pretty much our offensive line is set. See a little competition here. And we'll see some competition in the reserve here between Richards and Harris. See what they do. So, got some competition here. Let's make sure our depth chart is correct. Hines, okay. Looked at this. Mooney, okay. Goku. Okay. I looked at this again. Hicks. Colbert. Is it Tolbert? Oh, it's Harris. Fine. What? Oh, Richards is right there. Like, where is he? Okay, Flowers. Mack, Gibson, Roquan, Edmonds, Iggy, Libby. We'll see Robert Quinn first. Wooler, Johnson, Goodson, okay. Jackson Wilder. For Brooks. Do a little bit of Eddie Pinheiro first. Pick return. Freak Cohen. Hines. Punt return Cohen. Hines. Hey, ball snapper, that looks good. Third down back will be Cohen. Hines. Ball back Montgomery. Bigden. Cohen. Hines, okay. Slot receiver Darnell Mooney. Doss. We'll see a little bit of Dominique Reynolds in there. Left rush will be Mack. Right rush. When get button here. He might just be in our other packages. Hicks, Goldman, Nichols, okay. Club linebacker is Roquan Smith and Terrell Edmonds. Block corner is Jamon Goodson. The other Kelly, I think. Okay. That's going to be our roster. So we kind of went through it down and dirty. Now, let's pop in. We're going to play the moments. Play a couple drives. We'll kind of see, get into.
Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago.
Year 3, baby.
It's week 1 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports.
Clayton Judge. After a pedestrian first year, we come out and try to clean up some preseason. See what we can do. Got a couple new offensive weapons. Revamp receiver core.
Taking on the Denver
Couple
Broncos.
pieces on the offensive line. Keeping the defense up there.
Back in 1924, but renovated it.
And we add Hines.
Still nothing here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
Remember, Baker Mayfield's now on Denver. Oh, damn, I just missed him.
Down to goal, and he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Okay,
Zone situation.
they're in the red zone.
This defense on their heels a little bit as they get set to defend a 1st and 10 with the ball at the 16.
Covered the hole.
To get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
That's Rosenthal right there.
That'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I can't believe they let you play.
From the 9.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Mayfield to throw it. It's caught.
There's Roquan.
Down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. And he will take it.
And in will go Beckham?
Taking it in from 2 yards.
Is it Beckham?
And the
Yeah.
Broncos have taken the.
3rd and inches. Let's go a little David Montgomery here.
Here to try and thwart this 3rd down situation.
Judge up the middle.
He's going to get this inside the 30. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. This offense
From the 3.
nice drive going, and now it's 1st and goal. Can they finish it off and punch it in the end zone?
And there it is, David Montgomery. Before we go into next week, we're also going to change our
Extra point away from tying the football game.
focuses. Stop here, 3rd and 12.
A 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he's going to find
Good play there.
the field. That's complete. They'll get 11.
Okay, we got a mess of the depth chart right quick. Okay, Blau's there. Hines. Let's have actually. Right now, Cohen. Here, let's pull in. Pierce. To see some Reynolds, Keelan Doss, Wolski. If we get any injuries, we'll see a little Mims. See Komet and Horsted. Handbone's going to be left tackle. Pearson's going to be on right. There's going to be Pearson on the left. Hartwell. This is going to be the rookie. Parcells going to continue playing. Felix got the right. Harris, Richards, Flower. Colbert's going to have this other one. Gibson's got left. See a little bit of Edmonds and Iggy. Sweat's got right. Goodson's going to be outside with Vildor. There. I think we might see a little bit of Duke Shelley. Wilder, Brooks. See what the new kicker can do. Perkins, kick return be Hines. Okay, long snapper, that's good. Hines will be 3rd down back. Higdon's going to be the power back. See what Reynolds can do in the slot. Rush, Richards, Rush, Sweats. We're gonna go. Oh, Nichols the starter. Evans and Iggy. Another one we'll bring it maybe. Black corner is a little Duke Shelley out there, maybe a little Tolliver. Bill Doors on the outside, right? Right now? See what Tolliver can do.
Ready up, 45 the mic. Check, 45 the mic. Grab it, grab it. Grab it, grab it. Hey, check it, go.
Gonna go on fourth down. That'll be caught, hauled in by Christian Blake. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Good play there by Goodson.
Get inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Single receiver. Hey,
There's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
check 43.
That is caught inside the 5.
It's tight coverage by Vildor, but you got to make that tackle.
Let's go, boys. Ready.
11 more on that one and another first down.
36. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Ready, go. 36 the mic. Here we go, D.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal.
And good stop there by Goodson. That's a need there. Those good tackles there.
We're going to look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Those good tackles, baby.
Part I do like what they did because to me they got some solid players in the early rounds.
And forced them over. Goodson with another good tackle.
Resulted in losing yardage. Back to the
Okay.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
from the gun on third down. Lock.
And Locke has to throw it away.
Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Good coverage, baby. Good coverage.
Held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Okay, let's see what David Block can do.
So you're a boxing guy. How do you score that on your boxing card? A very long drive, but 3 points.
And I really want to
I also want to see what Hines can do in the kickoff.
here, but I'm going to keep it normal for us, right? I go to draw. That's
Ooh, what a move.
good, right? You take it all the way downfield, you control the ball, control the clock. But the
Hines can do some damage, baby.
play, it could have been worse, right?
Alright, let's go back to like key moments. We didn't get anything from that drive.
Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. He lets this
Going
one
deep.
slide toward the back of the end
Vildor has the ball.
zone. Complete.
Oh, come on.
To let it fly.
I'm actually going to challenge that. I thought he had that.
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
I thought he had both feet in bounds. Might be close. Ah, nope. Just over his heel. Close though. Maybe he did tiptoe it. Nope, he didn't. Okay, let's see Hines on a punt return.
Not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head
Good
coach
coffin corner punt.
determination on whether to actually challenge the player.
Whoops. Okay. Good one from Blau. Another one to Reynolds. We're in the red zone.
This offense has marched the ball down the field.
Komet, Doss.
In good position. Can they finish the drive off? 1st and 10 in the red zone. That's it.
Reynolds, another catch.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On 2nd down, here's Blau. Seems as if
Blau throws it away. That's a good smart move.
here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Firing quickly here, and that's
And he's got it.
touchdown, Chicago.
Remember though, this is preseason. Good one by. Okay, another good one. Beckham goes down. Good one to Komet. Good one to Tariq Cohen. Lost sacked. It's our ball. What? Good run by Beckham. Another one. By Beckham. Come on, guys. Brooks. Running all over us right now. Drop by Reynolds. Interception by Sean Williams.
Keeping this offense out of the end zone has to be considered a must here. If this defense can ill afford to go 2 scores down here in the 2nd half. To the right side and complete.
Good tackle by Goodson.
That catch good for only a couple.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good.
Now Lock, he wants the football. It's out.
That was Harris.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain
Trail coverage and
for them.
some more pressure.
Down, solid coverage by the Bears D.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And this one is going
That's
to
good.
just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they stretch the lead.
Rush by Hines. Recon 8-yard rush. Reynolds. Hines. Reynolds again. Going away.
This defense looking to put a stop to the drive. The ball's in the red zone, but it's 3rd and 5. Here's Blau to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And
3rd and 5.
away
I
here.
thought we could do something with it.
That'll back him up 2
See.
yards and also
Reed with his long flowing hair.
You're a selfish player, and you're throwing the ball completion.
Up.
Maybe not so cool.
That's good.
Lost that.
you went backwards on the yardage. That kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really
Our defense holds him. Good one to Cole Kmet. Good one to Hines. Wow, throws another one away.
The key coming up here, preserve the lead for this defense. Fourth quarter, close game. Third down, here we go.
Check, 47. Watch the run.
It's over the middle, and Burrow has that one.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20. Okay, time to hop back into this one. It's a red
All right,
zone alert.
doing it around with Reynolds.
Upcoming, down at the 13-yard line.
Both sevens the mic. Both sevens the mic.
And good blocking, and Reynolds is out there, baby.
Chicago from 13 yards.
Sweat gets a sack. Harmon gets carry. Holding. Thrown away. And thrown away. Good pump by Martin. Higdon loses 2. Cohen gets 6. Doss grabs that. Okay, here we go.
This offense is preserving this lead. It's a tight game late, and the defense also, keep in mind, they do have 3 timeouts.
Over the middle, and there's Doss.
The 30-yard line. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So the Bears,
See what Hines can do.
we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it through. And he'll be tagging just past
Good run there.
5 at the 36.
What you got?
And now
What you
right out
got?
of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively. With
A little Higdon.
56 to go.
I'm gonna come back to you. I'm gonna come back to you.
They'll try and run some
Oh, and Higdon trips over Cole Kmet.
have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Check Mike 40. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Mike.
From the gun, it's Blau. Got it in and he hits it.
And he's got it.
Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. as
4th and
they
inches.
sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a
I'm just gonna check in. We're gonna go for the win.
lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They get some pressure in. Hines making a move, but a flag's thrown.
Forward for about 3 yards. Now let's
It's gonna be holding.
Come on, you serious, dog?
So this will be accepted as it moves the
chance,
offense
no chance.
backwards.
Let's go for it anyway. Let's
Offense staying out there.
let's get this win.
4th and 10.
He's tight right here.
Here's Blau. They're going to try to throw for it.
And there's Cole Kmet, first down, baby.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
And then that's a kneel from there.
So this one in the win.
Good one there for David Blau.
And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a
Look at this.
performance
Blau,
down
pretty
the
good game.
stretch.
Only one pick.
That'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon.
Judge, 5 for 5.
NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to
Beckham got some good
EASports.com.
stuff on the ground.
Bears get the win at home as we say so long from
Reynolds,
Soldier Field.
78 yards, 5 catches. A touchdown. It was considered a receiving touchdown, yeah. Offensive, Goodson still out there doing good stuff. Sweat, deserves. John Williams with that pick. And we're on. We're going. Like to get the receiver training boost this season. Full commit. Good possession. Awareness there. Pass block. Block short route. Wow, had a decent game. Give him a strong arm. Okay. Now let's here it is. Manual. I want to actually look at it. I start weekly training. Goodson. That's a good thing we looked at it. I don't want to read to have that. That. Mims. By Edmonds. Edmonds is 25. I think Judge is going to get it all by himself. Let's go Terrell Edmonds. Okay. Who wants to help? Okay. Pass blocking. Power pass blocking up. Right here. Reynolds got the upgrade. Short route. Okay. What? We are actually just going to I have a good feel for this team already. Wanted to get a feel for it for David Blau mostly. Feel good with it. Let's sim the next 3 games. Next episode, let's get right into it. Where we do have injuries on. Okay, Tolbert did really well. Catching traffic. Just like you do, man. Upgrade players. Calville Door. Hit him with that slot upgrade. He goes up by 2. Ooh, for the man coverage. Okay. Felix. Need power on that right side if he's going to fill in a tackle. If he ever has to. Improviser still for Clayton Judge. On deep throw. Okay. And we got to cut a couple players. Denzel Mims gets an upgrade. Get him at the slot. Chewing and catching traffic. Nice. Winning catching. I think Mims can do some good things for us. Cut 4 players. We all know what we're going to do. Got 4. We're going to put Callahan on there. Need a fullback. Got here. 1, 2, 3, 7. Okay. Kowalski's not the one with the big dev upgrade now. Let's move Kowalski to this. Let's go with 6 receivers. Tight ends. We want to go with 4. Put a handball in the practice squad. So that'll give me 1, 2. I keep Felix on the roster. We brought in Sweat. I'm gonna actually put Levy on the practice squad. We're gonna advance 1 week. You have an injury. Gonna be Keelan Doss out for 7 weeks. No big deal. Well, some upgrades. We go week 1 against the Bills. Another thing we need to do is we lost receiver, which was great. Oh, it filled our practice squad. Let's see who it filled it with. Demetrius Coleman. Rookie out of Harvard. I want him from the practice squad on here because of that injury. Bears, Levy. Miles Darby. I want nothing to do with Miles Darby. We're gonna move 1 to the practice squad, I think. Not moving Young. That was just chaotic. Let's move Mason. Let's actually put Mason. I'm gonna move Mason to tackle. And then from there, Oh, I thought he was going to be better. Move him back to end and put him on the practice squad then. I want to put him at defensive tackle just to hold him. That would be, in that case, put Holbert on the practice squad then. 53, yes we are. Practice squad. And add one more player. And Seth Williams to the. They don't have a quarterback in the practice squad, I don't think. Receivers, commanders, middle linebacker, right, tackles. You. Okay. Okay, the FIU. Okay. So this is gonna be how our offense looks like. Colbert, Daniels, Whitehair, Purcell, rookie, at right guard, and Jermaine Ifedi. Njoku, Cole Kmet will be switching out. We're gonna have a couple things that we do that are new. A lot of 2 tight end sets I'm gonna add in this playbook, so watch out for that. Judge, obviously the quarterback, 79 overall, about to break 80. Blau backing him up. Halfback, Montgomery, Cohen, and Hines. Got some depth in Hines, or if anything happens to Montgomery or Cohen. Higdon's in there as well. That Horstead's going to be the fullback. At receiver, of course, A-Rob. Mims is going to be the number 2. Mooney is going to be 3 with Coleman, who we just signed. But he's going to be in the mix maybe. Kick returns if we have some injuries. We also have Reynolds in here. The issue with Doss being on defense, we're going to make a package. Essentially, you're still going to have Nichols, Goldman, Hicks. Still going to have, of course, Fuller, Jaylon Johnson, Goodson, Vildor, and Tolliver. Safety still EJ, Wilder backing him up, with Hooker being backed up by Brooks. We're going to have Roquan Smith, Terrell Edmonds, with Robert Quinn and Kalil Mack on the opposite him. What we're going to do is in pass rush sets, we're going to have Robert Quinn out there. In zone sets, where we could be in our 3-4 base zone, we're going to have Sweat out there. We're going to kind of see how that works. And we'll slowly transition. If one plays better than the other, we'll kind of just switch it over to that. But that's how we're going to play those two. Special teams. A punter is going to be Perkins. Pinheiro is going to be out here kicking. We have 2 kickers on the roster, no big deal. Daniels, a long snapper. Cohen and Hines are going to be the ones fielding kicks at this point. Specialist, that's how we're going to have this. Goodson's going to be your slot corner. Slot receiver is going to be Mooney. Reynolds is going to back him up. Might see a little bit of Tariq Cohen. Be some crazy stuff like that. Third down back, Tariq Cohen. Montgomery, the power back with Higdon, and I'll have Hines. Defense, rush left is obviously going to be Kalil Mack. Rush right is going to be Quinn, Hicks, and Goldman. Here with Nichols backing them up with Smith, Edmonds. So here in this package, this. And that will be that. So pretty easy idea here. So pretty simple to do. First game, going up against Buffalo. That's going to be one big one. Let's look at our schedule for this year. Now look at this. We go Bills, Patriots, Giants. Giants were 11-6 last year. Bills, I think, went 10-7. Pats were about 500. Packers, who won the division. Then we go up against Washington, who was 11-6 as well. They might have been 12-5 actually. The Cowboys, then the Lions, then the Saints. Let's see who their quarterback is. It might be Jameis Winston. Saints with Breeze retiring. Already retired. 49ers. Nick Bosa. Packers. Revenge game for Denzel Mims against the Jets. Then we go up against Tua, the Dolphins. Then the Vikings, Lions, Eagles. Maybe a little revenge game for Josh Sweat. And then we finish with the Vikings. Ooh. This is going to be a hard schedule. Especially starting Bills, Patriots, Giants, Packers, Washington. Brutal. After our pedestrian start last year, we're going to have to come out and do some big things. Big things. So that'll be it for this episode, guys. Thank you all for joining me. That's it for the off season. That's it for preseason. It's going to be a very curious to say the least. A lot of our division games, besides the Packers, are end of the season. Kind of like how the Bears have it in real life this season. I do want to check out one thing. I do want to make sure this is 100% right. Lamar Jackson, yes. Lamar did win the Super Bowl last year. That's what I thought. He has 2 AFC championships, 4 awards. So, we need to take it home. We need to bring it. Fitzgerald retired a couple of years. Where did Brady's still out there? Breeze retired with 1 Super Bowl, 1 NFC championship, 16 yearly awards. Rodgers still out there. Rodgers trying to get those Super Bowls. Big Ben is on the Raiders. Okay. Rivers is free agency. Russell Wilson's still out there. So is Matt Ryan. Cam is still over here. Foles actually got let go because of his preseason. Wow. Okay. In that case, might end up signing him. Is he no joke out there? Nick Foles is. We just don't have the cap room. And so we'll go with Blau as the backup. All right, guys. Yeah, that'll be it. We'll set the season goal. Look at our X Factor cornerback that we're going up against. I think it is Tre'Davious White. Upgrade some players, and we will head to Buffalo for week 1 of the NFL season, our 3rd year in the franchise. So I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Later, guys.